My name is Katie, and when I was 10 years old, I learned that the worst monsters aren't under your bed, they're watching you from your closet. This isn't one of those fake stories to scare people on Halloween. This happened to me. And for a long time, I couldn't talk about it. I grew up in a small town in Oregon. Safe, quiet, the kind of place where neighbors still wave from their porches. We lived in a cozy 2-bedroom house with creaky floors and thick forest out back. I used to love it. Until that year. It all started in early October, right before Halloween. At first, it was small things. I'd go to bed and hear soft scratching behind the closet door. Light enough to make me question if I was imagining it. But it happened every night. Same time. Just after midnight. One night, I got brave enough to whisper, "Hello?" No answer, but the scratching stopped instantly. Like whoever, or whatever, was behind the door, heard me. I told my parents. They brushed it off. "It's an old house," my mom said. "Probably mice." But I knew the sound wasn't mice. It was too deliberate. Too human. The next week, I noticed things started moving in my room. The next morning, a book I'd left on my nightstand was under my bed. My slippers, gone. My Barbie doll was sitting upright on the windowsill, even though I never put her there. I began sleeping with a flashlight. I'd flick it on every time I heard a sound. Some nights, I swore I saw the closet door move, just a little. Like it was breathing with me. I started drawing what I saw. A figure, long arms, no face. My therapist later told me it was a coping mechanism. But I wasn't coping. I was surviving. The worst night? It was a Saturday. I stayed up watching cartoons late. My parents were downstairs. Around 11:45 p.m., I felt heavy. Like the room had changed. The air was colder. Still. And then, that sound. The scratching. This time, it wasn't soft. It was frantic. Like someone trying to claw their way out. I jumped out of bed and ran for the door, locked. I never locked it. I screamed for my mom, but no sound came out. Then, the closet door opened. It creaked slowly, almost gently. And something stepped out. I couldn't see its face. Just a tall, dark figure. It didn't move fast. It just stood there, like it was watching me. Judging me. Then it said, "Don't tell them." I fainted. My parents found me on the floor the next morning. The closet door, wide open. They took me to a doctor. A psychologist. Everyone thought I was making it up. Attention-seeking. Imagination. Night terrors. You name it. But I knew what I saw. I stopped sleeping in my room. For 2 months, I slept on the couch. We moved out 5 months later after my dad got a new job. I tried to forget. I even convinced myself it was all just a dream. Until moving day. My dad was unscrewing a vent behind my old closet, and inside, he found a box. Inside were photos. Kids. Not me. Different children. Most of them smiling. One of them crying. All of them in my room. And there was a small notebook. In it were dates. Names. And one phrase written over and over again in red ink. "She's ready." The police were called. They traced the notebook back to a man who lived there before us. A known predator who vanished before charges were filed. They believed he might have used the vent system to spy on kids. Maybe even lived inside the walls. He was never found. His face never seen. But they believe he had access to the house, even while we were living there. The scariest part? That year, a little girl in our neighborhood went missing. Her name? Amy. Her name was the last one in the notebook. The name before hers was mine. Katie. They never found Amy. They never found the man. But I never sleep with the lights off. And I never, ever leave my closet open. Because deep down, I know he's still out there. Waiting for another child. Who won't be believed.
If you made it this far, thank you for watching. These stories remind us that truth can be stranger than fiction and sometimes more painful. If you found this story powerful, thought-provoking, or even just eye-opening, I'd love for you to join our community. We share real, raw, and sometimes unbelievable stories that speak to the heart, challenge perspectives, and keep you thinking long after the video ends. So if that sounds like your kind of content, please consider subscribing, giving this video a like, and turning on notifications so you never miss the next twist. Your support helps us tell more stories that deserve to be heard. Until next time, take care, stay curious, and always question what's real.